PHP, today's video is a preface of what to expect to come in future of PHP, because by the time you're done watching this video, you're going to say, if PHP is doing this at this time, where the convention is going to be like this, where the announcements are like this, where is PHP going to be 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from? How is PHP going to be treating you and your family? Wait till you see this video by the time it's over with. Here's all I can tell you. I said this the last month. I was in Miami with Candy Thomas and Britt and Tony Martinez and their team. They were up there in the penthouse. We were staying at $12 million penthouse in Miami, right in front of the water by Bal Harbor. And I said this, I said, take all the announcements in the history of PHP in the first 7.5 years, okay? Every single one of them combined, minus equity. Equity is obviously at the top because you're owning a piece. Take every single announcements we've ever made, combine it together. It's not going to be as close to the announcement that I'll be making from today's video all the way out to the announcements I'll be making at the convention, where not only you, by the time we're done watching this video, good luck trying to sleep tonight with your mind going a million miles an hour. Not only that, by the time we go to the convention, it's insanity. So let me just get right into it because I got a few things to cover with you. And I want to keep this part, some of the recognition, I'm not going to go fully through it simply because of time, but let me get through it as much as I can. So number one, book of the month is Relentless by Tim Grover. For some of you guys that don't know who Tim Grover is, Tim Grover was Michael Jordan's personal trainer. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan told Tim Grover this. He said, the only way I will let you train me is if you can't train anybody else, because I will overpay you, because the content you're teaching me, no one else can know about. That's Tim Grover. He ended up training Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant. The book of the month. It's going to be crazy for some of you when you read it, because it's purely about the sheer willingness of what could look like if you gave your best in something that you do to master. What could it look like? So that's the book of the month, Relentless. Let me give you some numbers for the month of May of what happened. I'll take you from 2014-15, and I'll bring Tikran up to give us an update on licensing. Guys, in May of 2014, we recruited 315 people. In May of 2015, we recruited 475 people. In May of 2016, 1 year ago, we did 862. We were on cloud 9. In May of 2017, it's 1,518 recruits in a single month. As you see what's happened with the numbers here keeps doubling, and we're heading in the right direction. If you think those numbers are impressive, you got to see what we're at with licensing last year this time compared to this year this time, to just kind of give you an idea on what's going on with the company right now. Tikran, why don't you come on up here and give us a quick update with your initiative that you passed. Maybe you can give them a little bit of a flavor of that as well.
Absolutely.
But tell us what's going on with licensing right now.
Awesome. Thank you, Patrick. Real quickly, just want to fill you guys in. Last year, this time, from January 1st to May 31st, this is where we were, 344 licensed and appointed. Last year, this time. This year, we're at 787.
So more than double.
More than
344, 787.
About 138%.
Wow. Okay.
We're on track. We're on track for our 3,000 numbers. I know there's something that everyone's looking at. They're like, hey, man, I can't believe you announced that. But it's for the base shop coordinators, the licensing coordinators.
Give us a sneak. Show us the cover of the flyer.
I'll kind of show you guys a little bit. It's a little bit.
By the way, I had no idea about this announcement, but I love the announcement. It's cool.
Hey, you want to get yourself some Jordans? This is the way to do it.
Coordinators, right?
Coordinators.
So why don't you tell us who had the most licensing last month? Maybe tell us people that did 5 or higher in the base shop last month.
Let's see, 5 or higher here real quickly.
Do you have last month's numbers here? Okay, let me see if I got them here on the bottom. Okay, don't worry about it. You don't have last month's. By the way, I gave it on the full-timers already, right?
You did.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
There we go. That's what's going on. We have the licensing numbers. Obviously, there's a lot of people fighting for equity.
Okay.
There's a few people that are
very
close. I mean, so close. They're one away from getting there. But let me tell you who's up next. We could potentially have Jose Gaitan. He's 5 away.
Okay.
Then we have John Mason, who's 4 away.
To score points.
Then we have Kahindi Thomas. He's 1 away from scoring points. He's 24.
Are you kidding me?
And we have, after that, Del Toro, who's 24, who's 1 away from getting points on
And then
on
Jason's got, so Jason's at 49. He's got 1 away from being 12 points scored for equity.
That's correct.
Which is solid. They'll get that done.
Pretty exciting.
Number 1 is still?
Number 1, we got Vargas at 65. Number 2 is Sheena. Number 3 is Jason with 49.
65, 60, 49. It's a tight race at the top.
Well,
awesome stuff, man.
To it, guys. Take care.
Thank you so much on the licensing. 343. Would you say 350, 344 to 787? Yes. That's a great number to see right there. So let me get into recognizing some of the top performers for the month of May, because I do want to get right into the announcements. I got to announce to you the Cancun winners. I got to do the raffle. I got to tell you the special place we're doing the MD meeting, which is crazy. I got to tell you about the after party we're putting together, which will be the greatest after party in the history of after parties in the financial industry. I got to tell you about some exotic stuff that we'll do for some crazy people out there. I got to tell you something to do with commissions. And then the speakers. How many speakers did we confirm, Mario? Can you tell us the number? Is it 1?
No.
Is it 2?
No.
Come on. Is it 3?
Nope.
Is it 4?
Yep.
You're telling me we got 4 speakers. 4 speakers. And wait till I tell you who these 4 speakers are. So let me recognize the top performers. Last month, top personal recruiters. I'll give you top 10 personal recruiters last month. You have to do 9 to be in the top 10. Oscar Velasquez, Edith Cuartes, Ivan Ayala, Jerry Duncan all had 9. Jesus Maciel, Laurent Altima, Rockwell Reed, Nita Smith all had 10. Mark McGuire, phenomenal name, but he was number 2 with 12. Number 1, Joel Molina, had 13 personal recruits last month at an Eatman's Bay shop. Joel, if you're watching this, if you want to gain respect in the entire company, see if you can be number 1 3 months in a row. Everybody in the company will respect you because you can consistently be at number 1 spot 3 months in a row. Let me give you guys top base shop, top personal production, top 10, number 10, Jason Graziani. Jason hasn't been in the top 10 of personal production for a long time. So good job, Jason, for being in the top 10. Number 9, Octavio Ariano. Great job. He's about to become an MD. Number 8, Rebecca Hedberg. Good job. Number 7, David Bryan. He's going after his, a ring. Number 6, Jorda Williams. Phenomenal job. Number 5, Jasmine Mercado. Number 4, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, which, by the way, were also the number 1 app writers in the entire company, leading the way for everybody in the company. Number 3, Tony Martinez at 34,000 and change. Number 2, Maritza and Craig Thomas at 39,000 and change. Number 1, Carl Rodriguez from San Diego. Phenomenal job, Carl, for being the number 1 personal producer in the company. Here's top 10 MD Base Shop recruit. Listen to the stats. 50 base shops to 10 or more recruits last month in their base shops. To be in the top 10, you have to do 42 recruits, and 42 recruits was Del Toro's. You rarely find Del Toro's being number 10, but they were number 10 in base shop recruiting last month. Lorna Tracy, number 9, 43. There's a reason why she spoke on the MD call. She's at 43 recruits. Great job, Lorna. Ricky and Erica, 53. George Palayo, 55. Wendy Juarez, 55. She was in Vegas 3 weeks out of the month. You heard her on the conference call. She was a number 1 base shop recruit in all of TGA, beating Alejandro, beating Gaitan, beating Del Toro's, beating Ricky, and beating everybody in the base category. Now I want to see the points come behind it, get your ring, get your all that stuff knocked out of the way as well. Donald Quanai, number 5, 63. I really like where Quanai's at right now. Number 4, Candy Thomas, 67. Phenomenal job. He is one of the guys. When I went to his office and I surprised the plantation office and we walked in, that place was jam-packed. And then we spent the following Thursday morning together for a few hours. I just really like where Candy's at. I really like it. He's about to become an SVP team, which will be a major, major milestone. Jason Graziani, 70.5. And then you have the 2 big dogs at the top from rest of the pack. I mean, they're not even close to the pack. You got the pack, you got the top 2. Rodolfo, number 2 was Sheena and Matt Sapala at 110.5 recruits. It's almost as if 100 recruits is not a big deal in their base shop anymore. Number 1 recruiting base shop, Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, 133 last month, making them the first ever in the history of the company. I've never done this before. 4 months in a row, their base shop did 100 recruits, 100 recruits. I'm here to tell you in the entire marketplace today, take all the competitors, every one of them you know. Take every single one of them, all the MDs combined, all the RVPs combined. No one's done 100 recruits 4 months in a row in the last 36, 48 months. Vargas's are the only ones that's doing this. Now it's about how much bigger can they think to duplicate other people doing 100 recruits a month, to get their team doing 1,000 recruits a month, 2,000 recruits a month, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's now all about how many people Rodolfo and Ceci can duplicate doing that. Ruben's one of them. Next is Octavio. It'll be exciting to see what will happen there. And in top 10 MD base shop production, number 10, Gaines. Number 9, Lorna Tracy. Gaines did just enough to stay on the Dream Team call. Number 9, Lorna Tracy. Number 8, Candy Thomas. Number 7, Gaitan. Number 6, Del Toro. Number 5, Alejandro Aguilar. Number 4, George Palayo. Number 3, Jason Graziani. Now you got the 6-figure club. 100,000 points or more in the base shop. Jason hit 100,003 points. That's level 3 great equalizer, right? That's level 3 great equalizer. Jason did last month. Great job to EIB. Then Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas and Sopalas, again, at a different bracket, 50% higher than Jason, minimum. Sopala, 60% higher than Jason. Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, 155,442. Sheena and Matt Sapala, 160,000, 171 last month. Both of them also qualify for great equalizer bonus. Watch this. Level 3 pays 25%. Do you realize what 25% means on 103,000 points? That's a $25,000 bonus. 25% on $160,000, that's a $39,000 bonus. Matt talked about it on the conference call. He says last month we made $96,000. Out of that income, $16,000 was personal. $80,000 of it was simply from override. Think about that number right there that they're giving to everybody. So this is the marketing director. I'm not going super base and super team. We can do that on another call. Having said that, Mario, next I want to go through the ladies brochure. So the ladies brochure, I won't show you the whole thing. Mario, can they see this on the app today?
Yes.
And they can see this on the link?
On the app and the link in the description of the video.
So in the link, or they can go to the app as an announcement for them.
Correct.
So listen, we made a lot of nice brochures. This has got to be, Mario, would you say this is probably one of the better looking brochures we've ever made in the history of the company?
Definitely.
We want the world to know that we have the most incredible ladies setting an example for everybody else in the company. And by the way, if you're watching this right now, we're looking for more that want to rise up. We're looking for more that want to go up there and do great things. So we highlighted some of our ladies in here, and we talked about why ladies do so well in our business. This will be launched as well today on the app. We're very proud. Jennifer ran a report earlier last week when we were in Half Moon Bay, 2 weeks ago when we were in Half Moon Bay by San Mateo. The industry, 23% of all the licensed agents in the industry are females, okay? 33% of all the recruits that come in are females. For us, for 2017, 48% of all our recruits are females. We're pretty much 50-50. The ladies could be at 51%. And by the way, the number one earner in the company is Sheena Sapala. She gets the checks. Her and Matt Sapala, we have a lot of strong ladies, so this is going to be a great piece. I can tell you in a practice company, the brochure I bought the most was brochures that had to do with women because I love having a team filled with ladies. Ladies are the ones that sit and talk to the husband, boyfriends, they track friends, they track family, people want to buy from them. So the brochure that I'm really looking for to marketing. And Mario, can we also make this a printout by the convention? Can we do that? If you guys aren't, can we make that happen? Okay, let's make that happen as well. Awesome, that's great to know. Real quick, Entrepreneur Magazine surprised us. This last month's issue of Entrepreneur Magazine, which is pretty crazy, that came out with Gary Vee on it. If you go to page 20, is it 26? Page 26, they have a full-on valuetainment ad that they put on there. By the way, we didn't pay a penny for this. One page in Entrepreneur Magazine, if you go look at the rate card, it's public. It's $100,000 for a full page. Valuetainment's in here, which means anybody you know, competitors, everyone that buys the magazine, they follow valuetainment. They're seeing this here as well. And our relationship with Entrepreneur Magazine is just getting warmed up. We got some really cool initiatives coming out. So if you haven't bought this magazine, a bunch of you guys bought it after you guys heard about it yesterday. Go out there and get your copy. Having said that, let me announce the conversion contest. Did I miss something here?
University?
Okay, let me give PHP University and I'll give the conversion contest. PHP University will have a conference call on June 9th. Mario, June 9th is a Friday or June 9th is a Friday. So you have till June 9th to get your homework knocked out. Remember, 5 direct, 20 points each. You get more, you get extra credit. This is a very, very important marketing director. Some of you watching this, you got people in PHPU. This is where you drive. Today's video that went up for Valuetainment was the secret to scaling your sales team. It's the drivers know how to drive their sales team. Anybody that's in PHPU, they gotta stay in the class to get the shirt when they graduate, and they walk across the stage at convention. So June 9th is our conference call. You got to get 5 directs to do your homework. Make sure you send in your book report. If you don't, it's minus 50 points. And then if you hit double-digit recruiting per recruit above that, you get 1 point. So if you do 17 recruits, 17 points. 28 recruits, 28 points. You just got to make sure you send your email to
PHP University.
PHP University.
At
thephpagency.com. I'm sure we're going to put it up here. PHP University at thephpagency.com. Email your homework with specific numbers to them so they know about it as well. Am I good with announcements? Okay, let's talk about the conversion contest. Actually, let me promote a marketing director that's officially official. This is exciting, man. There was a time everybody would talk smack about Sheena and Matt Sapala because they didn't promote any marketing directors. So people would say, well, you know, I know they're running a $1 million point-based shop, they're making more money, but how come they haven't promoted any MDs? You know what Sheena and Matt Sapala said? Really? Not only are we going to promote MDs, but we're going to promote more MDs than any one of you in the company moving forward. They just promoted another direct MD. Official June 1st. Becky Hedberg is officially a marketing director. Becky, congratulations to you, girl. I remember the first time I met you when I came out there, you were, to yourself, and you were always studying all this stuff. That one leadership meeting that we had where you were sitting in the back, and now you're a marketing director with the elite group that you'll be with us at the MD meeting in Las Vegas, which let me transition to, which is sick. Let me tell you where our MD meeting is going to be in Las Vegas. Our marketing director meeting in Las Vegas, every one of you guys that's watching this, you're not an MD, you got one goal between now and August event. Become a marketing director just to be at this place. So listen, people spend how much for a table at this nightclub? $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for a nightclub, just for one table. Guys, we rented the entire nightclub in Vegas to have our MD meeting is. And why? Because we just want to be different. We want to say, we're having our executive meeting at a nightclub. Which nightclub? Omnia. Put a picture up there. Omnia nightclub is where we are having our marketing director meeting. They are making it custom, setting it up. So our MD meeting will be at a nightclub. A story will be telling forever to come. But we rented out the space. Again, I told you guys, I want you to get a flavor. I may push you, I may challenge you, I may poke you, I may drive you insane sometimes. But here's what I will promise you. No one in the marketplace is going to give you more unique, crazy experiences than we are. So when the time comes, when we're in our deathbed, we're going to look back and say, man, not only do we make a big difference with our lives, not only are we in the history books, but my gosh, I got a lot of experiences when you told those stories to your grandkids, all that other stuff. So MD meeting will be at the Omnia. If you're not a marketing director and you want to join the other MDs, well, go become an MD by August. So with that being said, Mario, let's get into the raffle. How about it? I'm going to do the raffle here. You guys remember at PHP when I announced 3 different categories for raffle. I said 10, 10, 10. Then I said 25, 25, 25. And I said 50, 50, 50 with a caveat. The caveat was the following. If you did 10, 10, 10, 5,000 points of it had to be personal in the system in a month of May. If you did 25, 25, 25, 10 had to be personal in the system, 50, 50, 50, 20 had to be personal in the system. So no one did 25, no one did 50 because the personal side. And on the 10 side, I got all the names here of people that also did personal. So by the way, just so everybody knows here, if all the names are in here, we recorded this. Today is, what is today?
6.
Today is 6. We recorded last night. Till what time were we here, Paul, last night? Midnight last night, recording last night. Yesterday was Monday night till midnight. We reshoot again because we got some names that weren't in it, but we're reshooting. So every single name is going to be in here as we're shooting this. And one person I pull here is winning and is going with us to Cancun. What happened here? Did you guys, are you focusing? Because you guys keep looking at each other. This is just Mario and Paul, man. They just can't stop looking at each other, man. The love is in the air here.
Suspense factor.
Suspense. All right, here we go. Lots of suspense here, man. All right, I'm not looking. I'm not looking, Mario. All right. How about I show you first? Is that cool? Should I see it first? Maybe I should see it first. You see it already?
Yeah.
How do you see it?
See the name.
No, you cannot see it. I'm going to see it first. No way. Okay. All right, so this office is already going crazy. They're going to flip out. Listen, can you not text them and tell them congratulations? Just tell them to go watch the video, and don't tell people, even if they're guys that get qualified for Cancun, they're going to have a blast. Well-deserved for qualifying for Cancun. Carlos Reyes out of the Houston-based shop, which is a national co-leadership from Ceci in Del Toro's base shop to Rodolfo and Ceci. They're going to Cancun. Congratulations to you. I'm going to keep this name out here to make sure we have that. Oh, we have 20 minutes already? Okay, perfect. So we got that part knocked out of the way. Let me set that aside here. Can I not go into Cancun? Tell me what we got left that I haven't covered. I want to announce the speakers, man, is what I want to announce, man. But let's just hold it together first. All right, let's go to Cancun, man. Let's do Cancun first. So Cancun qualifiers. I want to remind you there were 3 categories for Cancun qualifiers. Top 5 personal producers, top 5 MD-based licensing, which is something we've never done before, which means if MD-based licensing, you're in the top 5, whether you do the production or not, you're going to be going with us. And then we had top 40, what was it, MD-based shop production. We're going to Vegas for, we're going to Cancun for 4 days, 5 nights. And number 1 category in personal production, base production, and base licensing comes 2 nights before. And the people that come 2 nights before, guess what we're doing for you? You don't even know it yet. $1,500 on top of all-inclusive, you get another $1,500 in your room to do extracurricular activities. You want to go do, you know, the dolphin stuff. You want to swim with sharks. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. They got great white sharks to swim in Cancun. Build some good stories for the vlog. You get to participate in all those activities with Paul following you with the videos. But the number one first place guys get $1,500. Every other person that I announced, including Carlos Reyes here, you get $750 to spend. They'll tell you what you can spend the $750 on top of the all-inclusive. And you guys probably didn't even know about this because that's something that we worked on with them. Okay, so now, let me start off with base production. First place. The race, Mario, the race for first place. First place between number one and number two is 2,200 points. Wow. I've never seen it this close at this category. First place did 604,646. Second place did 602,284. Take a wild guess who's first place.
No idea.
Sheena and Matt Sapala. First place going to Cancun. Congratulations to you guys. Rodolfo and Ceci, 2,200 points to say I'm the first place. So in Cancun, when we do the speaking, the closing speaker in Cancun is going to be Sheena and Matt Sapala because they were the number one MD Base Shop production in the Cancun contest. Number two is Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, so 604, 602. Now look at the drop-off separation. Big dogs in the next category. Jason, 373. So the next category is up 227,000 points ahead of them. Then you got Alejandro Aguilar, number 4, Palayo, number 5, Gaitan, number 6, Del Toro, number 7, Candy Thomas, number 8, Andrew and Jennifer Gaines, number 9, El Jeanette Williams, number 10. But El Jeanette, you're not qualified because you don't have the licensing. However, we're giving you till the end of June to get your licensing knocked out of the way. You get that knocked out of the way, you're in going to Cancun. So, Tikran, you got to make sure, I'm sure she's going to get that done, but you got to make sure, El Jeanette, call Tik to get that stuff done. Ricky and Erica Juarez, they're number 11. But Ricky and Erica, you got only 7 people licensed. You need 3 more people to get licensed for you to go as well. So you got to make sure you call Tikran to get your next 3 knocked out of the way by the end of June because we're giving you 30-day delay for getting the licensing in place for people that got licensed to get appointed in June. Number 12, Lorna Tracy. Lorna also got a few licenses that she's got to get done. Only 4 people. Lorna needs 2 more licensed agents. I'm sure she'll get it done. Ortiz 13, he's in. They're in. Cobos in. Jamal in. Hart in. Terrace in. Phelp in. Pimber in. Palacios in. She barely made it. I was at the Miami office. Last minute, they made it in to the Cancun. They were fighting till the last minute. Really proud of the Miami office for coming together. And the great thing about Miami is they always submit quality business, which no matter what it is, it's always quality. Then we have Charles Cieslar. He's qualified. Michael Bryan is qualified. Doesn't have the licenses. I think he needs 1 more to get done. I'm sure he'll get it done. Tony Martinez, qualified. Lizette Garcia, qualified. And one last one. Maritza and Craig Thomas, qualified. Does anybody want to know who's the person that didn't qualify? Let me tell you who didn't qualify. I mean, this is going to hurt. I just got to tell you who didn't qualify. Chris Richardson was the first non-qualifier. Chris, we love you so much, but you are the first non-qualifier to Cancun. I don't know if you've ever been to Cancun. It's a beautiful place. I promise you, we will be posting pictures all over Facebook for you to see what we're doing while we're in Cancun. But to all the qualifiers, congratulations to you. Now, relax. Now let's go to the top 5 personal producers in the company. So number 1 personal producer during that time was obviously Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, okay? But let's set them aside because anyone who qualifies on the MD Base Shop category is taken out of the personal production category, which opened up, just so everybody knows, opened up 5 slots, okay? So Rodolfo and Ceci, they're first place, okay? So that means they're also getting the 2 nights with everybody else. Carl Rodriguez, you're going to Cancun, buddy. Giovanna Fonseca, you are going to Cancun. Then we have Maritza, but Maritza's out. Lorna, but Lorna's out. Tony Martinez, but Tony Martinez is out. El Jeanette, but El Jeanette is out. Matthew Chester. Most people in the company have no clue who Matthew Chester is. But Matthew Chester, out of El Jeanette's Williams Base Shop in Tallahassee. Matthew, you're going to Cancun with us. Jerda Williams, you're going to Cancun with us. Out of Lorna Tracy's Base Shop, you know what it came down to? Last minute. She pushed a little bit more than the rest to get into Cancun. And last but not least, the slot, 1 slot, last slot, Juan Maldonado. Juan Maldonado from MSM was 5th place Sixth place was Octavio by 2,000 points. Octavio, not on this contest. You ain't going to Cancun. Juan Maldonado, you are going to Cancun. Octavio, good fight. A little bit more, man. Every time you think you're there, you got to go a little bit more. Maldonado is going to do a Cancun contest. Now let's do top 5 licensing. And remember, licensing is the same story. So a lot of the top licensing people, they've already qualified in other categories. So watch. Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas, again, first place. So they automatically have the suite for being first place on the personal production side. So then you have Sapala, then Jason, then Cobos, then Palayo, then Del Toro, then Kahindi, but they're all out because they've already been qualified. You know who the next name is? He didn't produce pretty much anything, but he gets to go because that was the guideline. John Mason, you are going to Cancun just at the bare minimum to make sure you get there. No production, but you did the licensing. That still deserves you a spot to go to Cancun. Gaitan's next, but he's already got a slot. Eatmans, you're going to Cancun. Clark, so excited, man. Tommy Clark is going to, I don't know why I'm excited about Tommy Clark going to Cancun. Gaines already qualified. Ortiz already qualified. Next, Donald Quan 9. Man, he's going to Cancun. He's been fighting a lot lately. I like the fight he's got. Then we got the next slots. They're already qualified. And then it comes down to, what name did I just say was the last person on production to not qualify? What name did I say? You know, it sucks to be like that, right? Because everyone's right now sending you a message saying, it's not cool what Pat did, all this other stuff. I love you still. But Chris Richardson, you're going to Cancun, man, because you made it up on the licensing side. So guess what? I'm going to get a nice text from you. More importantly, we're going to have a blast in Cancun. What I'm really looking forward to is you having a killer summer while everybody's getting casual, warm, cozy. You get focused and go out there and compete. So these are all our Cancun qualifiers. Yes, can I set this aside? This is all set aside. Now, can we talk March Madness here? Let's talk March Madness here. Oh, conversion contest. Yes, you are right. Conversion contest, we got announced. I literally just set it aside. Here it is. Conversion contest, obviously you see the shirt that I got on today because we're going to be announcing the winners on who gets a chance to pick somebody and bring them here. For every 25 recruits, 50,000 points, and MD Base Shop did. DMD gets to choose one person to come over here to the headquarters. And here's the people. Level 1, Gaines, Lorna, Tracy, Kahindi, Thomas, Gaitan, Del Toro, Alejandro Palayo, all get one, okay? Level 2, you get 2 people to choose. Jason Graziani gets 2 people to choose. Level 3 was Vargas and Sapala. They get 3 people to choose to come from their base shop. I've already spoken to Vargas on who it's going to be. I've already spoken to a few other people. I already spoke to Palayo who it's going to be. We've already talked about some of this stuff, strategizing. I can't wait to spend that day with those guys. When you come in, and we go from morning till night. I want to see your business plan. I want to go through planning with you. Mario will contact each and every one of you once we know who it is to tell you what the agenda will be. We'll have some fun together as well. But at the same time, I'm more looking at the next killers that's going to come out of this group of non-MDs. It'll be 15 of you to look and see who's the next Sapala, who's the next Jason, who's the next Palayo, who's the next Vargas is coming out, who's the next Ruben coming out. We're looking for the next killers that are coming on the company here. So I have this aside here. Okay, perfect. March Madness. Can I do March Madness? Is it literally after March Madness announcements?
Yep.
I love it. Okay, so let's do March Madness. Listen, let's look at the camera over here. Let me show you what this is. The 4 Louis Vuitton bags are right here. Matter of fact, let me open up one of the Louis Vuitton bags. Even though we're limited in time, let me show you the Louis Vuitton bags. Mario, what do you guys call the Louis Vuitton bags in Pacoima?
Louis Vuitton.
That's interesting. What do we call it in Iran? What do Middle Easterns call Louis Vuitton? Do we have a way of saying it or not? I don't even know how we say it. Louis Vuitton. Oh, this looks good, man. Someone's getting this, man. Someone's getting this. So the winner of March Madness gets 2 of them, okay? The winner of March Madness gets 2 of them. You see the top 2? The winner of March Madness gets those 2. And then the 2 people that they choose that's going to go to Cancun with them, they get 1 apiece of the bags, which is pretty cool, man. You always like Louis Vuitton. You're going to roll up to the hotel with a Louis Vuitton. Everyone's going to look at you. Second place, you get a bunch of Beats to give away for leaders in your base shop. You get a bunch of Apple Watches to give away to your base shops. We were going to have Mario take out his Air Jordans. Actually, we were going to have Teague take out his Air Jordans. 10 people in that base shop are going to get Air Jordans second place. Some people like second place, but I tell you, this category, 2 people are going to Cancun, okay? Regardless, both prices are as cool as it's ever been. So let me announce to you. First, let's talk about the 3rd and the 4th place contest. It was Del Toro's going up against Jason. Jason doubled up on the points there, 202 to 98. So Jason wins the Pimp My Office. So we'll make some contact from Moral. They will ask us what they want. We will buy them here. Then we'll send it to you for your office to make the office nicer. Del Toro's get the limited edition.
Toddler basketball set.
I mean, that's amazing, right? It's perfect because maybe Bakersfield likes things like that. So they get to play around in the office, playing basketball, which, I mean, it's basketball season anyway. So it's kind of like, it's what's the word I'm looking for? Touche? It's kind of a touche type of thing going on right now.
One-on-one at the office.
Say it again.
One-on-one.
One-on-one at the office. Oh my God. Okay, all right, let's get back here. Bakersfield, it's going to be all right, Bakersfield. You still got a chance to show your fight between now and August. Championship, Sopalos against Vargas. Big dogs. If Jason faced either one of them, he would lose by a lot of points because these guys are at a whole different level. They're performing at a whole different level right now in the company. Nobody else is performing at the level of Vargas Sopalo. Everyone pretty much saw this coming, these two guys facing each other, and they were ranked, Vargas were ranked number 1, Sopalos were ranked number 2. Watch this. Jason was ranked number 3, Del Toro's was ranked number 4 in the entire contest. Is that not crazy what happens? So look what happens with the final score. 395 to 320.5. Vargas's win, first place. They get a chance to pick 2 people from their base shop to go to Cancun with them. Someone that's contributed the most to their base shop. It could have been early on the run, but they get to choose 2 people with them that's going to Cancun. They get Luis, both of them in the 2 qualifiers, and Sopalos get a chance to pick that. So the number 1 base shop production in the first 5 months is Sopalos, but the March Madness champions is Rodolfo and Ceci Vargas. Great job to those guys for their great efforts here. Okay, can I go into the announcement now, Mario? Do we have, all right, so Bradford, what kind of time we got? 35 minutes? Okay, good. So listen, a lot of people said, Pat, can we do where we have a lot more fun at this next big event where we get some crazy stuff, crazy initiatives that's different? I said, look, when you make suggestions like that, and it's valid, and I hear it, and I process it, and it makes sense, then we respond. But we're not just responding by a little bit. Let me tell you how much we're responding here by. Our entertainment on awards ceremony night is going to be sick. I guarantee you no one in the history of our industry has ever had the types of award ceremony entertainment like the one we're going to have here. You'll find out here in a minute why it is. Then we have an insane speaker on Thursday. And I don't know anybody that's greater than the speaker we're going to have on Saturday. You'll know what I mean here in a minute when I tell you what it is. But prior to me telling you the speakers, let me tell you about the after party. So say it's Saturday. Event's over with. Everything's done with. We finish up at 12 o'clock. Breakout happens with everybody else. Hierarchies do their own meetings until 4 or 5 o'clock. And then we're going to the party. So what is the party about? Well, I told Tikran, I need you to find a big place. He started looking at penthouses. Pat, $35,000 a night at this noble place. Yeah, but we can only fit this many. I said, how about houses? He started finding these massive houses in Vegas. And then one day, Tikran comes back and says, Pat, I found the biggest one in Vegas. I said, what do you mean the biggest one in Vegas? He says, I'm saying 56 acres. I said, that's acres, though. That doesn't mean anything. He says, Pat, I'm saying $70 million house. I said, how much? He said, $70 million. I said, in Vegas, on Vegas. Where? On the strip. On the strip. Where? By Luxor. What are you talking? I've never heard of this. He says, you're going to hear about when I tell you what it is. He says, you know who's partied at this house? I said, who? He says, Elvis Presley. Every president, Frank Sinatra, they've all partied at this house. Celebrities that everyone knows when we go in there. So what's going to happen at this house? Monkeys will be painting for people. I'm not kidding with you. A monkey's going to be painting. A monkey that knows how to paint. A monkey that knows how to paint. A horse that trains in the water. An airplane landing with a plane on this property. Whose place is this? Wayne Newton's house. We're renting Wayne Newton's house for a Saturday after party when the event's over with. You're going to come to Wayne Newton's house, music, dancing, the whole thing will be having going on, but you got to be invited to the party. So how do you qualify to the party is the question.
Now we have a short video to show them.
Do we really? Can I tell them how to qualify, or you want to show the place first?
Show them a little bit.
Why don't we show the place first here? So who doesn't want to party at a place like this? I want you to think about all the Facebook Lives, all the Snapchats. You come back, people say, where did you party this weekend? You're going to say, I partied at Wayne Newton's $70 million house in Vegas where Elvis Presley, Sinatra, all the presidents have partied. But you got to qualify to go to this party. So how do you qualify? Very simple. So in order for you to get a ticket for the after party in the month of June, as a non-MD, you got to get 5 personal recruits. As a marketing director, you got to recruit 25 people in your big shop and 25,000 points. You do either of those, the first 100 that do either, you're invited to come to the party. With one caveat, let me tell you what the caveat is. Here's the caveat. If you are now registered for the big event by tomorrow midnight, Wednesday night, you're not registered by tomorrow midnight, you cannot participate and come to the party. I'm telling you, we're going to have that entire list of registration. So the only people that can are the people that get recruited post Wednesday, which will make an exception. If you've already been recruited and you're not registered, you cannot come to the party even if you get 5 directs. So you got to show commitment and get registered. Second caveat, if you don't stay at the Caesars property, at Caesars Palace property, not Bally's, not Paris, not anything else, not Rio, if you don't stay at Caesars, you cannot come to the party. Here's why. We're spending so much money by the time I'm done you seeing this, and we want us to stay at nicer hotels, do events at more ridiculous hotels, but we need everybody to stay at the hotel we're staying at, especially when we're doing some meetings. You're walking 45 minutes or 20 minutes away to come to the hotel, you need to stay at Caesars. If you're not registered and staying at Caesars, I want to remind you, you're going to say, oh, I'm going to go to Wayne Newton's party. No, you're not, because you are not registered. And everybody that comes through to get, they're going to be security galore. If your name's not on the list, you ain't coming in. We're going to find out and ask the qualifiers of the spouse they're bringing. It's not, I'm going to bring my associate. It's a very elite, like we need all this stuff. This is a $70 million house. Not everybody can come in with a lot of crazy stuff. So that's number one for the after party. It's going to be sick. It'll be all around valuetainment, vlog, all this other stuff. It's going to be sick. Number two, now some of you guys may say, well, Pat, I don't want to roll up to this guy's house in an Uber. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to roll up to this guy's house in a Lyft or a cab that smells like alcohol and cigarettes. So how do you want to roll up to this house? I don't know. I want to roll up in a nice car. What kind of a car? Like a Ford Ranger or like an F-150 or Ford Focus? No, Pat, like a nice car. Like a Corvette? No, nice. Like, no, Corvette's nice. An exotic car? No problem. Let's see if we can do it for you. We call Vegas, our contact. We got 20 exotics. Lambo, Ferrari, McLaren, R8, Rolls Royce, Bentleys, you name them. We got them. DB9s, we got them all, okay? We got 20 of them. I mean, we literally had to call around. But we got 20 of them. And 20 of you who qualify will roll up to Wayne Newton's house. Maybe you'll drive by MGM a little bit. I don't know. That'll be an interesting drive by MGM for some of you guys that know the inside joke. You'll roll up to Wayne Newton's house in a Lambo. Vroom! Everybody sees you coming in with the camera, and you know, you'll come out of Caesars at 5:30 when the cars are lined up and thousands of associates are doing Facebook Live and they're seeing you get in the car. It's going to be a ridiculous experience. So how do you get a car? Here's how you get a car. Top 15 marketing directors. Top 15 marketing directors, golf score. Similar to how we did Million Point Base Shop contest last year, where you saw everything from June 1st to August 31st, where you were at every time, and the yellow people got in. If you remember that, MDs, same exact thing. 4 categories will be golf score. But I've added one new category and taken one out. Let me tell you what the category is. Base recruits, base points, base licensed agents, and here's the kicker. New big event registrations effective June 1st to July 31st. Your golf score will be based on those points, and the top 15 will have an exotic. And the way these exotics will be, it'll be a draft pick. First place gets whatever car you want. We'll send you the lot and you'll tell us, I want this one, I want the Rolls. No problem. I want this Lambo. No problem. I want this Ferrari. No problem. I want this DB9. No problem. It's NBA draft. Just like a draft that's going to be happening for you. You'll pick it. Then the marketing director will get the exotics. Then we go to the party. And everybody else can show up in their Uber, Lyft. Listen, you want to be at the party, period. But if you can roll up in an exotic, may as well. Listen, some of the MDs may put a contest and tell you that if I'm single, I'm putting a contest with the top personal recruiter or director or MD or whoever that does something, drives in the car with me to the place, and then maybe leaves from the party, from the place on another contest. But that's that. Now, non-MDs, we're doing the first thing with top 5 non-MDs. How do non-MDs get qualified? Here's how you get qualified. Golf score will be the personal recruits. It'll be personal points, and it'll be personal new big event registration from June 1st to July 31st that you got to do. Now, you do all that stuff during that period. We'll take the top 5, and you'll have your own exotic also to drive to the Newton party. All I can tell you is, for the rest of your life, you're going to remember this. And by the way, some of you guys that think about where do great ideas come from? Great ideas come from being inspired at an event. You're going to go to Wayne Newton's house and saying, I wouldn't mind having this in my house. I never knew you could even do this. This is insane. I can't believe I drove this car. This is how Ferraris drove. I never knew this is that car. You're going to experience, you're going to taste that lifestyle, and you're going to want it, and you're going to believe it. It's very, very important for you to qualify for it. But those are the contents for the after party. You excited yet? I'm not even done yet with what I'm announced to you next. Now, let me give you the speakers here. So Friday night, let's go through entertainment. Number one, a couple months ago, I was in Vegas. I went to Vegas, and I saw the show that we paid for. It's insane. It's the #1 illusionist and #1 mentalist in the world, where they can read your mind. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. So he's throwing frisbees. So he says, for those of you that don't believe this, he's from France. You know, frisbees, grab it and come up. And I grabbed, so I got one of them and I came up. And he started doing, I said, this guy is way too good. I said, if he's this good, I want him at our event on award ceremony night. So I come back afterwards because he's taking pictures. I go to him, I say, hey, do you ever do private events? He says, no, I don't do private events because I got a large contract with Vegas. This is why I can't do private events, because they can't approve me. I said, no, we got to have you. He says, listen, between now and then, let me just ask you a question. He grabs a folder. Steve's here, Alfred's here, Armand's here, says, what's your lucky number? This is what he does. What's your lucky number? And I said, 19. He goes like this, it's 19. I got the chills all over my body. I said, what is wrong with this guy? He goes, what my lucky number is? 19. I said, you need to come to our event. So I can't do that. We followed up. We talked to his agent. We got Vegas involved. We finally got the contract signed. He's performing. The #1 illusionist, mentalist in the world is performing on award ceremony night with all your guests, friends. By the way, these are $200 tickets that you want to go see this guy. And our tickets alone are what? $200. I mean, it's insanity on what we're spending to get the stuff here. But I said that's not enough. We got to laugh a little bit. So we went and got a top comedian. A comedian that currently has his own TV show. A comedian that's been on every, Conan, all this stuff, Late Night Stephen Colbert, you name it, all this stuff. Everyone knows this guy's name. He'll be also a comedian with us. I think he did a TEDx that's got 5.1 million views. Maz Jobrani will be the comedian, part of entertainment, on Friday night, which is going to be amazing. We'll be cracking up all Friday night. And so Friday night, we're not doing any interviews. It's just entertainment is what we're doing. I'll give a speech on where we're going and what the plans are and some of the new announcements, but it's purely entertainment on Friday night. We'll have a blast. Then we go Saturday, we'll come back up in the morning. We'll have a ridiculous interview, but I'm going to tell you about the Thursday speaker. Here's who the Thursday speaker is. So I said, I want some killer recruiters in the company. I want us to become the best recruiters in the entire marketplace that's ever seen. I don't want anybody to be better recruiters than us, and I want our recruiters to recruit people up, because when Sheena and Matt Sapalo got recruited, they're recruited up. They make 200 grand year one, 850, 830 year two. That's recruiting up, right? How do you do that? And the best recruiters in the world are college basketball coaches or college football coaches. And I got one of the best recruiters. I got one of the most, tough coaches, leaders. They just did a 30-30 on them, 30-for-30, what is it, 30-30 on ESPN. And it's an insane one that you got to watch. Coach Calipari agreed to be interviewed on stage on Thursday about recruiting, coaching, leadership, toughness, personalities. He'll be there. For some of you guys that have no idea who John Calipari is, he's a national championship coach, which is crazy. He started from UMass, now he's at Kentucky. All those people that know sports, they're flipping out right now. Those people that don't know sports, you're searching right now. But he's somebody that's legendary. You talk about in the sports arena, everyone knows who it is. So now let's go to the final closing speaker. So one message I've been giving you a lot lately is, what does the best version look like of you? Who wants to fight to be on the Mount Rushmore? Who wants to be called great? Who wants to be called a master of their business? Who wants to experience mastery? And to do that, we got to not just get one of the greatest, we got to get the greatest. So remember, this guy here was called Alexander the Great. Do you know in the history of sports, only one person has been called the Great One? And you know who it is? Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, who's arguably the greatest hockey player of all time, will be at the event Saturday morning to be interviewed on his greatness. And I'm just telling you this. Michael Jordan, they say, is the greatest basketball player of all time. If you look statistically, when I show you on Saturday morning, no one in the history of any sports has that big of a dominance in numbers over number 2. No one in the history of sport. You'll see when I show it to you. He's that amazing of an athlete, and we want to learn from him. So Wayne Gretzky, keynote speaker on Thursday morning. By the way, do the math on how much all these things cost. I just want you guys to be doing the math. How much a paranormal guy costs who's a contract with Vegas, how much a Jabrani costs, how much a Calipari costs, how much all these guys cost. And the tickets we're selling is what right now? $300 or $250? What is it for the new person? $250 or $225 for the new person? Whatever it is on the system, right? $300 right now. So, everything I told you so far, you need to be registered for the big event by the midnight tomorrow night. So here's what we're doing. Currently, the tickets are $300 a pop if you're not registered. The next 2 days, tonight and tomorrow night, it's not going to be going past Wednesday night. 2 tickets you buy is going to be $500 if you haven't registered yet. If you buy 5 tickets, it's $1,200, but only till Wednesday night. After that, it's going regular price of $300, which, by the way, I think our tickets today can go to $500 and people would still register because of what we're doing with the big event. We're going to bring the best of the best on the marketplace to you. Okay, so some may say the entire announcements are over. I got one more announcement here to make to you guys.
4,000 max.
4,000 max? Oh, guys, here's one thing. PHP University, we said the moment it cracks 800, no more registrations. The moment we crack 4,000 registrations for this big event, we have no more room. Maximum capacity, some of you guys saw it on the vlog, no more room. Security, we've had to go talk to everybody. What is a security code for all this other stuff? 4,000 max at this place that we're going to have. So I'd be getting everybody registered for this place because the moment it hits, I think right now we're at 3,025. We've never been at 3,025 with 10 weeks left to the big event. Never. We were normally at 1,900 or 2,000. We're at 3,025. Just 6 months ago, we were only at 1,900. We're at 3,025. So that's exciting. Can I show them one of the recognitions we're given? So listen, man, the recognition is going to be cool. It's a Star Wars theme event, right? So this is a Force Awakens, Star Wars Force Awakens script signed by J.J. Abrams, which is the director of the movie, and this is certificate of authenticity from PSA, the highest COA company in the world, certified this. Someone's going to get the script. Can you imagine you take this out and say, hey, let me show you what PHP gave me, and it's on the wall. You'll cherish this till the day you die. You'll have it as one of your recognitions. Recognition is going to be very, very wild at this event. Mario, can I make the last announcement to the MDs?
We will have a Facebook banner that they can share.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you what we're doing. All right, so everyone watching this, we want this thing to be announced with all the speakers immediately to the marketplace. Immediately to the marketplace. So here's what we're doing. We made a banner, okay? The banner is going to have the keynote speakers with the 2 entertainments on Friday night, myself, and our top 5 earners from January 1st till today, banner under, who will be speaking at the event. This banner is the banner that I want you to change Facebook today. Your banner, I want everybody to change it at the same time today. So the entire market, everyone simultaneously hears Wayne Gretzky, Calipari, Maz Jobrani, Frederick De Silva, all coming to our event here at the same time. It's going to be such a massive conversation. People are going to say, PHP can afford Gretzky and Calipari, and what is going on with PHP? And then you don't even know half the announcements I'm making at the convention, which is going to be bonkers. Okay, so now let me make the last announcement for marketing directors, and then we're out of here. MDs, you guys already know what happens with Great Equalizer Bonus Program. It's crazy, okay? 27 people hit Great Equalizer Bonus Program last month. I'm doing something for the month of June for MDs only. This is why you want to be a marketing director. That is our Greatness Path. And what is Greatness Path? Greatness Path is if you do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, you get to become FA easier than the typical difficult way, but if you do it in 30 days. June is summertime. Everyone's casual. I'm doing something crazy. You're going to say, Pat, how can you afford this? One day I'll show you the math on how we're doing all this stuff and why we're doing all this stuff. No one can compete with us the way we're thinking and the way we're putting our initiatives out there. Anybody that got Great Equalizer Bonus Program last month, anyone that did, if you do level 1, it's 10%. Level 2, 15. Level 3, 25. Level 4, 35%, which is Vargas's got in December when they made $175,000. Level 5 is 150, 150, 300, you get 45%. For the month of June, anybody that goes one level up of what they did in May for Great Equalizer. So if you did level 1 last month, you go level 2. Level 2 gives you what? 15%. June only, I'm putting another 10% on top of that. Let me tell you what this means. Level 1, so you're saying, Pat, I didn't hit anything last month. then your level 1 isn't 10%. Your level 1 is 20% bonus on your 20. That means you go from 75% to 95% on level 1 if you haven't hit it. You're saying, Pat, what if I did level 1, I go level 2? Then you're going to get an additional 10. What if Rodolfo and Ceci say, we hit level 3? What if Sapala said, we hit level 3? We were so close to level 4. What if we hit level 4 in the month of June? 100, 100, 200. Do we get 35%? No. You get 45%. That's a minimum of a $90,000 bonus in a single month. Why are we doing this? Because we want you to get your rings, get your $250,000, get your $500,000, and we want people to go out and get their $1 million ring. And more importantly, I'm intentionally doing this in June because I know June people get casual, and I just want to meet the people that want to go a little bit above everybody else, that want to be a little bit more focused, a little bit hungrier. With all these initiatives going down right now, writing it down, sitting down saying, this is what I'm going at, this is what I'm going at, this is what I'm going at. This could be a pivotal time in your lifetime. I've been saying this for the last 5 months. Every one of us comes to a certain point in our lives where we can do something that changes our entire life forever. It changes everything. But you have to rise up at that moment. This is the time. Will everybody rise up? Obviously they won't. Will enough people rise up? Yes. Do you know who I want to know? I want to know the people who's going to be rising up. In the month of June, we're doing something that's never been done before. While everybody's at the beach getting the sun, you're focused wanting to win for your blood, wanting to go out there and do something that you've never done before. So having said that, guys, have a great June. We'll see everybody, some of you in Cancun, but everybody in Las Vegas in August.